In today's show, will the Bitcoin price hit $70,000 post-halving? Well, PlanB of the stock-to-flow model recently tweeted, so Bitcoin has been oscillating around the stock-to-flow value of $7,000 for 2.5 years now, just like before 2016 halving was $300 and before the 2012 halving was $6. Excited to see if we're going to add another zero after the halving in May. Rocket ship to the moon. We'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Bitcoin follows pre-bull run pattern that sent Amazon stocks soaring. There's a striking similarity I'm going to be sharing with you in today's show. Also, in today's news, the Bank of Korea begins central bank digital currency rollout. We'll be covering this in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Bitcoin just surpassed $7,000 yet again. What do analysts think is next? We'll be taking a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. As you can see, a lot of the major cryptos, all of the major cryptos are back in the green. Where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, other people's money, to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right down below this video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. Let's dive right into today's top story of the day. Will the Bitcoin price hit $70,000 post-halving? Let's talk about it. Many analysts asserted that 2020 would be a strong year for the Bitcoin market long before the current global economic crisis began and took us all by surprise, right? Most notably, the flagship crypto was expected to jump after May's block reward halving. New data now suggests that these predictions are still on track. I repeat, these predictions are still on track with this new data I'm going to present to you. Analyst PlanB continues to stand by the assertion that Bitcoin's stock-to-flow ratio points to extremely high gains after the halving. This metric is determined by comparing present inventory to production and is a common tool used to gauge the value of hard commodities such as precious metals. Here's what PlanB just recently tweeted. So Bitcoin has been oscillating around stock-to-flow value of $7,000 for 2.5 years now, just like before 2016 halving at $300 and before the 2012 halving at $6. Excited to see if we're going to add another zero after the halving in May. Rocket ship to the moon. And he included this graph, which I'll include in the show notes below the video in the description. I personally would love to see Bitcoin add another zero to its value. How about yourself? Let me know in the comments right down below. And let's check out some of the replies to his analysis. Dafar responded, even during most of 2017, 7,000 was a dream. Even after all this blood, Bitcoin's performance is stellar. Touche. Wolfpack responded, this is what a lot of people fail to realize. You don't change the status quo overnight. Neil Ward posted a meme of Homer Simpson lighting up a cigar using some fiat currency, visualizing Bitcoin. Now that, my friend, says it all. Thus, although the prediction of USD 70,000 may seem outlandish, it would be perfectly in line with previous gains for the flagship crypto. Also, there's no doubt that the capital exists to drive Bitcoin this high, as well as the public interest. In fact, government responses to the impending recession may make Bitcoin and other cryptos even more attractive. I do agree upon this. A just published article on Hacker Noon asserts that the banks and legacy financial companies are all but certain to receive massive bailouts, just as they did in 2008. However, unlike 12 years ago, the infuriated public has the opportunity to put their assets into crypto, which will boost prices. Author Mark Helfman writes, don't underestimate the potential for this financial crisis to spur people into buying crypto and building businesses around crypto-based products, services, and processes. People might get so angry that they look for an out that doesn't involve the banks, governments, and corporations. I agree 100%. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments right down below. It's also worth noting that Bitcoin was born out of the frustration with the central banks and the US government's willingness to prop up incompetent and corrupt financial institutions. It is safe to assume that a repeat of this cronyism would only drive more investors into the crypto space. So we're talking about real-world adoption, which will push exponential growth. Market activity notwithstanding, the development and adoption of Bitcoin and other crypto are rapidly taking place. Of particular note is the institutional embrace of blockchain technology by a wide range of industrial sectors. Also, whereas fiat remains strong for purchases, the world is increasingly turning to crypto for remissions and financial transfers. It is these real-world use cases that will play a key role in driving up Bitcoin's value. In other words, the central bank issued fiat must now compete with a new asset class that offers many clear advantages. When placed in this context, predictions of much higher Bitcoin prices are very realistic. So let me know your thoughts. Do you feel Bitcoin is going to surpass the 2017 high of $20,000? Breaching a new all-time high? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And what do you think the likelihood of Bitcoin adding a zero and realistically hitting $70,000 post-halving as a result of what's happening here in the crypto market in May, mix with the demand in the market, mix with this economic crisis we're experiencing on a worldwide level? And now for our next story of the day. Bitcoin follows pre-bull run pattern that sent Amazon stocks soaring. So here's an interesting pattern if you like a little technical analysis. Bitcoin trader and analyst Loma drew an extremely interesting parallel between Amazon and Bitcoin. Will Bitcoin follow this Amazon bull market setup and break 20K in the next couple of years? Well, I sure hope so, but let's take a look. So check it out. While the patterns are uncannily similar, it's like comparing oranges and apples. Amazon is a publicly listed company that's been one of the hottest tech stocks of the century. The company boasts more than 156 million Amazon Prime members around the world. That's more than the entire number of Bitcoin wallets in existence right now. And taking a look at this tweet from crypto analyst Loma, who wrote, "Takes a big hit of hopium," and in this graph they compare Bitcoin to Amazon, and as you can see, this line shooting straight up to the moon. Moreover, take a closer look at the chart and you'll see that Loma has been optimistic in a straight arrow for Bitcoin. As I pointed out, Amazon stock didn't go up overnight. It made incredible gains, but not always in a straight line. And over the course of a couple years, not in 1 month. He also went to comment in the feed below. That's how it's done. Unactionable shit posts disguised as fractals, LFG. Now, of course, there was a fair share of comments on his tweet. The Bitcoin camp that will do anything to get their daily dose of hopium applauded. Some skeptical-minded traders pointed out that the analysis conveniently missed part of the fractal, as you can see here. But sir, what about this part of the fractal? As we see an arrow just heading straight to the moon. Pretty interesting, right? To say the least. One of his followers also said, almost everyone's forgetting about the massive accumulation pattern that follows. There's a reason certain individuals are in ghost mode while others are in a tweet storm. Pay attention, we got a long way to go, but the bottom is in for sure. Do you agree that we have already reached our bottom this year at $3,700 and the bull market of ascension has began? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now for our next story of the day. The Bank of Korea begins central bank digital currency rollout. Pretty interesting, right? Talk of CBDCs may have taken a back seat for the world's central banks right now, yet despite claiming there's no reason for one just a couple of months ago, the Bank of Korea has unveiled a 22-month pilot plan. Yeah, Bank of Korea about to turn on their digital currency. Looks like they're about to beat the United States to it. It seems as if the Bank of Korea has done an about turn on the importance of a CBDC. Despite its skeptical stance in early February, bank execs have now decided to adjust their plans for the issuance of a Korean CBDC. It will be following the steps similar to those laid out by Japan and the United States, according to the Korea Times report, rather than take a full stream ahead approach to a national digital currency, the Bank of Korea, BOK, has been rather more concerned about how a digital yuan would destabilize the financial system in the country. Whether the ongoing coronavirus pandemic and looming economic threat are factors at play are uncertain, but for now, the BOK is ready to test over 22 months to see how well a digital currency can replace paper money. Among the factors, the bank will be checking the technical issues encountered during the pilot. This approach by the BOK looks a lot more like the other world powers, including the United Kingdom, Japan, the United States, and Canada. A BOK official commented, "The US and Japan have had no plans to issue a CBDC in the near future, but they changed their stance recently to enhance research in the emerging area." Now, this is a pretty big deal. We have China, the United States, a lot of economic powers moving to a paperless society with digital currency, which I do not consider cryptocurrency. Just FYI, I wanted to throw it out there. South Korea is not the only large economy to begin taking digital currencies seriously. In fact, the bank joins in with at least 6 major Western banks that have formed a joint research group in January of this year. The main player on the Asian continent is obviously China, who announced that developing a CBDC was a top priority last year, although no date for its launch has been given as of yet. The BOK official added, the BOK also decided to remain proactive in the rapid shift in payment environments here and abroad. So we're going to set up the CBDC pilot system and check technical and legal issues surrounding its introduction here. So what are your thoughts surrounding Korea releasing their own digital currency? I think many countries personally are going to follow, as a paperless society, and digital currency is the future, or should I say cryptocurrency is the real future. All right, now for our next story of the day. Bitcoin just passed 7,000 yet again. And what do popular crypto analysts think is coming next? Well, before we do that, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. Bitcoin had a nice surge, up about 5% for the day, currently hovering above that $7,100 support. Ether up a whopping 8%, trading at $155. XRP up 5%, trading just below 19 cents. We have Link up almost 5%, trading at $2.39. EOS up 6.7%, trading at $2.50. Miss Litecoin up almost 5%, trading at $42.58. Satoshi Vision up 3%, trading at $182. Bitcoin Cash up 3.5%, trading at $243. So as you can see, most of the major cryptos are currently pumping and in the green. All right, and now for our last story of the day. What do analysts think is next for the Bitcoin price? Right now, all analysts have their eyes on notable candle closes like the 6-hour, daily, or weekly. The rally aforementioned is Bitcoin's 5th attempt at retaking 7,000 on a 4-hour candle basis, with all 4 attempts previously failing, suggesting that 7,000 is a key psychological and technical resistance. So I'm glad to see that we just surpassed it. It failing to retake this level, which some analysts have since dubbed a decision point due to its importance, could indicate impending bearish pressure for the crypto market, as reported by News BTC on Sunday. I actually covered this in yesterday's show. Nick Patel, a markets analyst and the author of the Crypto Trading Bible and Altcoin Trader's Handbook, suggested that Bitcoin failing to surmount 7,000 on a medium-term time frame will likely lead to a retracement to 5,680, which would be a 20% drop from $7,000. The chart accompanying his sentiment indicates that 7,000 was the weekly high seen last week, making it important from a technical analysis perspective. The call for a retracement has been echoed by another popular crypto trader who shared the below image on April 4th, predicting the ongoing sweep of the local highs around $7,000. What comes next, they explain, will be a 7% retracement back to 6,500, which would kill the bullish momentum that has been forming over the past 3 weeks once and for all, as you can see on this graph. However, if Bitcoin manages to decisively reclaim 7,000, further upside is likely. A chart from trader Phil Philb indicated that Bitcoin retaken 7K would likely support a rally towards 8,000, at which point it is likely to be rejected due to the resistance cluster in that particular region. Well, at least the bottom is in. A lot of crypto analysts will agree. While there seems to be an opportunity for traders to catch some short-term downside, a consensus is building that the long-term bottom for the Bitcoin price was established back in March. Utilizing two indicators, on-chain analysts Willy Woo, shout out to Willy Woo, observed that the way in which Bitcoin's mining ecosystem is developing gives credence to the sentiment that Bitcoin won't fall any lower than $3,800, which was March lows. Firstly, the hash ribbons, moving averages of the hash rate have started to recover, which is a reliable bottom signal. The last time the hash ribbons looked similar to as they do now was back in December of 2019 at the $6,400 bottom, and in December of 2018, the $3,150 bottom. And secondly, the miner's energy ratio. The ratio between Bitcoin's market cap to its energy consumption is in the buy zone. After briefly breaking into the extreme buy zone during March's crash, the last time this ratio entered the extreme buy zone was months before the previous halving, prior to the 4,000% rally to $20,000. Let that sink in. And now let's take a look at the overall cryptocurrency market cap. As we can see, we're sitting just below $200 billion with $128 billion in volume in the last 24 hours. And the current BTC dominance is 65.2%. And taking a look at the top gainers within the top 100, we have Bitcoin up a whopping 15%, trading at 0.0002. Stellar Lumens up about 13%, trading at 4.7 cents. Zilliqua up 10%, trading at 0.004. Tron up 10%, trading at 1.3 cents. Zcash up 9.5%, trading at $36. And Cosmos up 8.6%, trading at $2.20. Now, for the biggest losers, Steam down 0.8%, trading at 17 cents. And that's really about it. The rest are stablecoins: Paxos Standard, Binance USD, Unised, Leo, USD Coin, and Tether. So we only have one cryptocurrency that's not a stablecoin in the red, which is pretty cool to see that literally 99% of all the major cryptos are pumping and in the green. Hallelujah. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls are obviously back in control, leading with 131 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 53.55% versus 46.45% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators, it's the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, which shows we're currently rated at 12 in extreme fear. Yesterday was a 12, and last week was a 12, and last month was a 16 in extreme fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. FYI, that's where we're currently at. Great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And now checking out the Bitcoin block reward halving countdown. We have 37 days, 33 minutes, and 3 seconds remaining until the estimated date of the Bitcoin halving, set to be May 13th. I'm pretty ecstatic over this event. Tigatwari often talks about the phenomenon, the phenomenon, the phenomenon, the phenomenon. What is the phenomenon? It's two forces, right? It's the Bitcoin halving in itself, which is built into the DNA of the Bitcoin blockchain. It occurs approximately every 4 years, mixed with massive demand in the crypto space. When these two forces come together, it's called the phenomenon, and when it happens, the entire market goes parabolic. I'm excited for Bitcoin to retest its all-time high. I believe we have all the potential in the world to surpass $20,000 this year, regardless if the stock-to-flow model is correct or not. I personally feel it is. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I feel regardless, we're going to be testing new all-time highs this year, and I hope it happens. I personally feel we could breach $20,000, surpass that, dwarf it, make it look like child's play, and potentially hit $30,000 this year. Next year, I'm even more optimistic because the year following the halving is when we see the most massive parabolic gains. That's the year where I would expect Bitcoin to hit 70,000 or even 100,000, becoming a 6-digit price point. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments right down below. And I want to encourage you to check out the description right below this video by clicking show more in the description right down below for a detailed analysis of what's going on inside the market. And this goes for all of the videos here on my channel. I also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. This allows you to download the latest episode of the show, which is updated every single day here on the blog. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet already done so. I greatly appreciate it. And we're also on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn. So whichever podcasting platform you're active on, please help support the show. It's greatly appreciated. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. And I also have a private crypto Facebook group with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To request to become a part of this, simply click that link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in, get you added. And I also have a private crypto Telegram chat I'm very active on. To become a part of this, simply click this link specifically from a mobile device and you'll automatically be added. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you on the inside. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto revolution. Why don't you sit back, relax, and we enjoy a crypto cocktail and watch the sunset. If you gain value out of today's show, why don't you smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon to receive notifications of the latest premium crypto news. And real quick, if interested in tapping into OPM, other people's money, to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, be sure to smash that link right down below this video in the description. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.